Yeah. I love my HBCU. And boy, I love it, love it. I love it, love it. I love my HBCU. And man, I hope my team they won. Yeah. I hope my team they won. Yeah. Man, I hope my team they won. Yeah. I hope my team they won. Yeah. I tune into the HBCU Sports Lab to see if my team won or lost. If they lost, I'm quiet as a mouse. But if they won, keep tab. I'ma do the dab, yeah. Dr. Cavil, you know what he be talking about. Mike and Charles, they know what they be talking about. They compress the analytic data with this hip hop. If you know them like I know them, they gon' tell you if your team, if they won or lost, and who the ball. So listen to Professor, yes sir, and pay attention, cause he gonna teach a lesson.
This is Dr. Cavil with Inside the HBCU Sports Lab with Mike Washington Charles. Bishop Mike Washington is still on assignment, but he promised me that he was coming in this evening, so we'll see how it goes. But we're having a great opportunity. Guess who we have with us now? Anthony Holloman, the 11th Commissioner of the SIAC, and I got to see him before this, so it's wonderful to actually see your ascension and what you've been able to do over the years, with it culminating, at least at this point, because I'm sure there's more to come. This is who you are. But welcome to Inside the Sports Lab.
Thank you, Dr. Cavil. You know, it's an honor to be on with you. And as you mentioned, we did do a leadership program at Hampton University with Dr. Harvey. So I'm excited.
Oh, yeah, and you should be, rightfully so. Well, let's get down to it. When the opportunity came in front of you, what were your thoughts? And did you automatically say yes, or was there some?
You know, it was interesting for me and very fortuitous because, you know, we were in that leadership program and I thought that a college presidency would be on the horizon. And so, you know, my efforts in higher education over the last 25 years have led me to be Vice President for Advancement and Director of Athletics at Fort Valley State University. And so when Commissioner Greg Moore resigned and the opportunity, you know, was presented to me, I was excited because I felt it combined my experiences in advancement in athletics and that I could bring a value proposition to the SIAC. And so, you know, it's an honor to serve in this role.
And you already got off the tracks pretty fast with the new announcement initiative in regards to a different formation for football season in terms of that particular sport. Talk a little bit why that ultimate decision was important.
So one of the things that I believe for our institutions to be viable on a national level, we have to be strategic. And so we went to a format that eliminated divisional play. We added 2 more league games. We moved the championship game to a neutral site. And so what I think that does for us, it reduces travel. So we get our kids on campus in class, you know, which is important.
Absolutely.
But in addition, we're going to get the best 2 teams in the championship game. I think when you have uneven divisions, like with us now, we have 13 football playing schools, but we had 8 on the east and only 5 on the west. And so over a 28-year period, Tuskegee University had won 11 championships, Albany State had won 11, Miles had won 4, and Fort Valley had won 2. And so when you have 13 football playing schools, that's not a lot of competitive balance. And so I want to see the best teams rise to the top, and I want everybody to play everybody. And so if you're a 4-year student athlete, you're going to play at every stadium in your 4 years.
Awesome.
And so that was important to us.
One follow-up question before I pass it with Charles. When you look at 13th members, you know, that always everybody wants to talk about expansion, but how important or how do you go about expansion to see if you want to get to 14 or even beyond that?
So
or maybe some
one of the things that I think is important for us is to, you know, have a strategic vision.
Okay.
And so my job is to create a vision for the Council of Presidents so they can, you know, determine whether it makes sense for us to add new members. I do think expansion is on the horizon, but it's going to be strategic. We won't, you know, make decisions without looking at the value proposition of the institutions that we're interested in, that are interested in the SIAC. You know, you want an even number, but I don't think that it's imperative. But I did build into my new scheduling model is we play 4 common opponents each year, and then you rotate the other 8 schools over a 4-year period. Now, if we added another institution that plays football, then you'd have 3 and 5.
Okay.
You have 3 that you keep and 5, so we don't have to blow up the schedule, if we add another member institution.
That's important contextually, and that's what you call strategic planning.
Yes.
Seriously at
Yes.
that moment. Go ahead, Charles.
I wanted to ask this question, especially in regards to looking at the SIAC. Talk a little bit about the uniqueness of the conference and the things that you saw in terms of that strategic vision, in terms of pushing this conference forward. A conference that spans from Alabama to the Carolinas. It's nestled in this southeast region, this football crazed region. But what are some of the things that you really were looking at with regards to bringing to this conference that could push it forward?
So I think one of the things that the SIAC has an advantage on most conferences is that we combine public institutions with private institutions. So you have the brand recognition of Morehouse College and Tuskegee University, but then you have the strong state institutions, Central State of Ohio, Kentucky State, Albany State, Fort Valley State, Savannah State. So we have a big mix of public and private institutions.
No doubt. Great SIAC championship with regards to Benedict. Talk a little bit about that program itself, Chennis Berry, and what he's brought to that program.
Coach Berry has done a phenomenal job building that program in 2 short years. Had them with the #1 regional ranking going into the playoffs, undefeated 11-0 season, and so I think Benedict has thrown the gauntlet down for the other teams in our league.
Sure.
And so it's great to see somebody challenge Albany State and Tuskegee. And so I think Coach Berry is here to stay.
No doubt.
Good point. I really want to continue this, and as I promised, I want to get you on the show
Yes.
so we can really get into some dialogue.
Exactly.
Because when you talk about strategy and what that looks like from a commissioner's perspective, I think it's fascinating. We want to get into some questions in terms of Division II. What does that look like? What do you have on the rise? And obviously you have the ESPN deal, but more television and things of that nature. But final part of this, anything that we haven't said that you really want to get on the table in terms of the SIAC?
I think the most important thing is that I think the HBCU commissioners, Dr. McClellan, Commissioner McWilliams, Commissioner Stills, we're a collective. And I think, we have 47 institutions amongst our 4 leagues. And so we're working together to create more opportunities like the Celebration Bowl for our institutions. And so we are the beneficiary of, platforms like this where we are able to get our messages out.
Absolutely.
So we want to thank you all for the work that you're doing, and I'm excited to serve as a commissioner at SIAC.
No doubt about it. This is Anthony Holloman, the 11th commissioner of the SIAC, doing great work. And we're going to make sure that you hear from him more often. He's promised me that he'll, whenever his schedule allows, that he'll come on the platform and continue to give updates, particularly the great work that he is doing and what is in front of him. I think the SIAC made an excellent choice in terms of their leadership, and you see it immediately. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
This is Dr. Cavill's Inside the HBCU Sports Lab. We'll be right back after this break, and we'll get into some more discussions. We'll see if we can get you into some of the actual players and talk about that a little bit.
Itchy, squirmy, scratchy, family not getting clean? Get Charmin Ultra Strong. Go get 'em. It just cleans better. With a diamond weave texture, your family can use less while still getting clean.
Goodbye, itchy squirm.
Hello, cream bottom.
We all go. Why not enjoy the go with Charmin?
HBCU League Pass. Watch your favorite black colleges. Some of the best players in the land. HBCU League Pass. It's game time. I'm proud and I love my HBCU. HBCU League Pass. HBCU league pass. It's game time. I'm proud and I love my HBCU.
Press the analytic data with your hip hop. If you know them like I know them, they gon' tell you if your team, if they wanna law, and who the ball, So listen to Professor, yes sir, and pay attention, cause he gon' teach a
This is Dr. Cavil with Inside the HBCU Sports Lab with Mike Washington and Charles Bishop as we're live here at the Omni 2022 Cricket Wireless Celebration Bowl, and we have North Carolina Central Eagles in front of us. We have our offensive coordinator, coach here, Matt Leone, and running back that was all conference first team in front of us as well, getting it done with Collier. They say Mookie. Is that appropriate for me to use that name?
Yes, sir, that's fine.
Okay,
yes,
I just want to make sure because I understand it's Latrell, right?
Right.
Yeah, so, I like to make sure people get the name that they want to be used. And,
Yes,
we're not friends like that yet, but we'll get there. Let me start with the coach. Coach, what is your mindset coming into a game like this?
Mindset is, guys have worked extremely hard to get here, and it's a great opportunity, a lot of hard work, and this started all the way back in last January. So it's been a journey to get here, and mindset is just, give it our best shot. Get the guys and the players in the best position to be successful. We've worked extremely hard in the game prep to get here, and guys know the game plan and what's to be expected, and then just go out there and play ball. We know we got 60 minutes, and we're going to give it everything we got in those 60 minutes and put ourselves in the best position to be successful.
Going in a different direction for yourself, how has all this been for you in terms of just experience thus far?
It's been great. Coming in here, to the Celebration Bowl, I was always thinking like, man, I get this opportunity ever again. So just to, rejoice and just take everything in, be present, enjoy this time with your teammates, but also be focused at the task at hand. We got a big game tomorrow, and we got a great game plan, so I'm really excited, and I can't wait to play tomorrow.
Mm-hmm. Well, let me ask this question. You take us inside the film room. When you take a look at this Jackson State defense, what is it that you see in that regard?
They're talented at every level, and I'm talking about from the D-line, the linebackers, the secondary. They got a talented group of guys. They play extremely hard and extremely fast. We know we're going to be put in a lot of one-on-one situations, and we got to do a good job winning our one-on-ones. We got to make contested catches, do a great job up front in protection, and do a great job of getting our hands on linebackers. So they're a talented group. We know we got our work cut out for us, but we feel like as an offense we match up well with them. We got to just make sure we put ourselves in the best position to execute.
Sure. Latrell, I want to ask you this question. When you take a look at the totality of this season, at any point was there a turning point where you knew you guys were on to something special?
Honestly, sir, I knew it before the season.
Mm-hmm.
I prayed and I had faith in this team. Through workouts, winter workouts, and spring ball in the summer, I knew we could be something special. It's really up to us. After the first game, and we beat A&T or Bravo in the game at the Carolina Panther Stadium, I knew that we were something special, and we kept going. And even when we had lost to South Carolina State, I just knew that we still was going to come and be in this Celebration Bowl, sir, because I feel like everything happened for a reason, and no matter what happens, that the cards are always going to be play out the way they're supposed to play out. So I felt like before the season that we was going to be something special, sir.
Obviously, the MEAC has had the most success here in the Celebration Bowl. But talk about coming from that conference and going through that gauntlet that is the MEAC to get to the Celebration Bowl. How tough is the MEAC?
We got some great people, some great players in the MEAC, including even our quarterback. So, we play against great competition, not even just the MEAC, but we play great out-of-conference schedules, and that kind of, that really prepared us. And I feel like, our conference is, the best conference there is just because of the talent and, how we play football there.
Mm-hmm. We follow up, Coach, with you. For a minute, I thought he was going to get in there and give us some of the game plan, but not a chance. Not a chance.
You got to see that at 12 o'clock tomorrow.
Oh, that's really good. That's really good when you talk about that. But in all seriousness, in terms of preparation, is there a certain mindset that you want them to go in there, or is it about just doing what North Carolina Central always has done, particularly this season, to get to what's necessary to be prepared, as you said, tomorrow at 12 when toe meets leather?
You know, the preparation's been the same, and the message has been the same. You know, we know when you're put in this situation, and you know, there's more attention that comes with it. But at the end of the day, we're going to kick off, and it's just football from that point on. So, our message to the players have been, don't get into all the hype. You know, just focus on what we focus on every time we play football. And you know, at 12 o'clock we'll kick off, and at that point, after that first play, we're playing football. And you know, don't make the moment. I know it's sometimes tough to do, but don't make the moment bigger than it is. You know, we're going to play football at the end of the day.
Last question I got for y'all, because I know y'all on a time clock in the schedule, got to get through it. Tell us a little bit about Davis Richard. What makes him so special? You in terms of coaching, and you in terms of playing with him.
Sure. You know, he's a student of the game. He works extremely hard. You know, in the film room, in the off season, he's a leader. He did a great job of running organized team workouts this summer when coaches aren't allowed to be out there. He ran it, and he's an ultimate competitor. You know, he's a tough, hard-nosed football player. When you think of a quarterback, you know, they're not always the toughest guys on the team, but he is one of our toughest guys. I mean, he's you know, he's got a very, very high football IQ. You know, he's something. You know, he's a guy that you tell him something one time, he's got it. He doesn't have to have a ton of reps behind it, and that makes it easy to make quick adjustments, sideline adjustments, and so he's I think he's, you know, he's an NFL prospect. I truly believe that, and I think his best football is still in front of him.
No doubt.
As a teammate,
I mean, he's everything that you would want in a teammate, man. He's, like Coach was saying, you know, such a great player, and not just that, he's a great person as well. You know, he has great character, great personality, and you know, probably one of the best teammates I've ever been around. And you know, God has truly blessed me to be a teammate with him and on this team as well. And it's just, you know, everything that he do, it just seems so, you know, it's so easy to him. You know, God has truly blessed him, man. You know, he's a great player, and like I said, I'm blessed to be right beside him. So
awesome. Yeah, I look forward to the matchup.
Yes,
and really appreciate your time. And I know he didn't pay you to say that, and so we got it on record. So again, we want to thank you. Wish you best of luck moving forward, and thanks for providing us in terms of media folks, and even more importantly, the fans out there. Thanks for providing a great representation of HBCUs, the MEAC, in general, in terms of what that looks like. So we look forward to the matchup, and we'll be there.
All right. Thank you.
Thank
so
you.
much. Appreciate y'all.
Coach, appreciate it.
Appreciate it.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate it.
Appreciate you. This is Dr. Cavill's Inside the HBC Sports Lab. We'll be right back after this break.
At CDW, we get speed as the new currency of success.
Our team spends way too much time tending to outdated applications and software when they should be focused on driving application agility and innovation.
CDW Amplify Development Services modernizes software and application development to help accelerate innovation and digital transformation.
So you mean building new applications, UI, and mobile interfaces?
Well, you said you needed to innovate more quickly.
Oh, so he's a listener.
To do more at scale, trust CDW Amplify Development Services.
Since 2002, Empowerment Resources, Inc., a nonprofit organization, has empowered more than 1,500 youth and adults in Duval and surrounding counties through its programs Journey into Womanhood, Girls Mentoring, Life Skills for Teens, and Parenting Education Coaching. To get involved with programs, volunteer, or donate, visit www.empowermentresourcesinc.org. Follow us on social media, facebook.com/empowerment.resources and instagram.com/empowermentJAX.
It's never too early to plant the seed, to share the tradition, and instill a sense of pride in your HBCU with your little ones. HBCU Pride and Joy Children's Boutique helps you share your school spirit with a wide selection of adorable kids apparel and accessories officially licensed from your favorite HBCU. Visit hbcupridejoy.com and follow us on all social media at HBCU Pride Joy on Facebook and Twitter.
you're looking for the latest information on Southern University sports, the Southwestern Athletic Conference, and HBCU athletics, there's only one place to go. Tune in to the Carlos Brown Show, exclusively on the Black College Sports Network.
It's never too early to plant the seed, to share the tradition, and instill a sense of pride in your HBCU with your little ones. HBCU Pride and Joy Children's Boutique helps you share your school spirit with a wide selection of adorable kids' apparel and accessories officially licensed from your favorite HBCU. Visit hbcupridejoy.com and follow us on all social media at HBCU Pride Joy on Facebook and Twitter.
For 200 years, Montgomery, Alabama has been making history by people who had the courage to stand up for change. Today, this riverfront city has been reborn, embracing the past and looking forward to the future. From the National Memorial for Peace and Justice to the stage of the Alabama Shakespeare Festival, this is where history was and is made. We are proud to call Montgomery home, and together, we can be the change.
Time to call a credit repair company to fix my credit. Hold the phone, man. You can do it yourself with Credit Versio. That's way too hard. Call the credit repair company. Most credit repair companies only work on 1 or 2 accounts at a time, making it slow and expensive. You won't figure that out for months. Ignore him. Credit Versio's brilliant software scans all 3 credit bureaus, finds the accounts that are hurting your score, and guides you through the entire process. Anyone can do it. Let's fast forward and see the results. Wow, I fixed my own credit and saved hundreds. You can do this. Visit creditversio.com.
From novice to aficionado, find yourself here. High quality cigars plus personal customer service. Slow Burn is Waco's only mobile cigar lounge, featuring a meticulous, curated collection of premium cigars. Visit our website, www.slowburnwaco.com. That's www.slowburnwaco.com.
Are you hungry for authentic Caribbean food like jerk chicken, oxtail, red snapper, shrimp, tofu, and rasta pasta? Well, find your way over to Mango's Caribbean Restaurant, 180 Auburn Avenue, right next to Royal Peacock in downtown Atlanta.
Them belly full, but we hungry.
Mango's Caribbean Restaurant, open daily from 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. And on Friday and Saturday, we're open till 4 a.m. Come to Mango's and put some spice in your life.
Oh, we've got a good thing going.
Mango's Caribbean Restaurant, 180 Auburn Avenue, right next to Royal Peacock in downtown Atlanta. For more info or directions, call 404-698-3992 or log on to mangoscaribbeanrestaurant.com. For instant coupons, text MANGOS to 313131.
Tell your mama hungry, papa hungry, brother hungry.
Mango's Caribbean Restaurant, authentic Caribbean cuisines.
Open up the door, tell your mama hungry.
Majesty is a premium health and wellness tea line focused on bringing delicious yet healthy tea blends to the community. Filled with an abundance of vitamins and antioxidants, we work to blend teas with exotic spices and fruits to produce scrumptious and wholesome beverages. So check us out at mymajesties.com. That's MYMAJESTEAS.com. My Majesties, an Urban Passport member.
Nope. Nope.
Come on, him?
Ooh, I like him.
Quick, the quicker picker-upper. Bounty picks up messes quicker, and each sheet is 2 times more absorbent, so you can use less.
He's an 8.
He's a 9.
Bounty, the quicker picker-upper.
The Cuvée Group is a Florida-based marketing and training consulting firm. We help businesses communicate to their target audience and engage them in conversation. We also help to expand their audiences, which will ultimately result in growth for those organizations. In addition to being a certified constant contact specialist, my colleagues and I are also certified in John Maxwell Leadership Principles. We use these proven principles to conduct workshops, training, and private coaching sessions for individuals and companies looking to take things to the next level. contact us to schedule a free consultation. Issues today, don't delay, call Cavil.
You see, Head & Shoulders has scalp shield technology, protects against flakes even between washes. It's never not working.
Kind of like us. We're never not working. Number 15?
That's my rub.
Ooh, nice.
Never not working.
Never, ever, never, ever not working.
Welcome everybody to Juneau, Alaska.
I don't like this one.
Me neither.
Let's get out of here.
Dandruff protection that's never not working. Head & Shoulders scalp shield technology.
There's a shot.
Shot that might be.
It could be. Right field. Grand slam. What a shot. That's how you get hot, young fella.
Thank you guys for what you do for HBCU athletics. This is a fantastic avenue for all of us. This is our ESPN, so we love what you guys do, and all you guys at BCSN. We really appreciate what it is that you guys do for us. Thank you guys for what you do for HBCU athletics. This is a fantastic avenue for all of us. This is our ESPN, so we love what you guys do. Brian, AD, Roy, all you guys at BCSN. We really appreciate what it is that you guys do for us.
Brian Fulford. AD Drew and I are co-hosts of the BCSN Sports Lab. We talk about all things related to HBCU athletics. From the games, teams, coaches, and fan interest stories, we cover it all. You can find our shows on Facebook at BCSN Sports Lab, YouTube at MyJBN Online, and everywhere you listen to podcasts like Anchor, Spotify, Google, and Apple Podcasts. You can also find the show on the Jericho Broadcast Network's app. Make sure to download. We look forward to you joining the conversation and being a part of the show.
We are making the virtual HBCU experience available wherever you live through Stillman Online. We offer online degrees in business, criminal justice, psychology, and religion. Stillman also offers technology badges in cybersecurity and data analytics. You can participate in all student activities, fraternities and sororities, internships, graduation ceremonies, and much more. Apply for admission today at stillman.edu. Stillman College, where we prepare you for a different world.
If you think all pads are exactly the same, think again. This is Always Ultra Thins reinvented with the Always Triple Protection System. This pad wicks gushes 90% faster, absorbs even more so you can feel dry, and locks odors in. Rethink your pad for up to 100% leak-free and odor-free comfort with the totally reinvented Always Ultra Thins. This is always like never before.
Itchy, squirmy, scratchy, family not getting clean? Get Charmin Ultra Strong. Go get 'em. It just cleans better. With a diamond weave texture, your family can use less while still getting clean.
Goodbye, itchy squirm.
Hello, cream bottom.
We all go. Why not enjoy the go with Charmin?
HBCU League Pass. Watch your favorite black colleges. Some of the best players in the land. HBCU League Pass. It's game time. I'm proud and I love my HBCU. HBCU League Pass. Watch your favorite black colleges. Some of the best players in the land. HBCU.
At CDW, we get speed as the new currency of success.
Our team spends way too much time tending to outdated applications and software when they should be focused on driving application agility and innovation.
CDW Amplify Development Services modernizes software and application development to help accelerate innovation and digital transformation.
So you mean building new applications, UI, and mobile interfaces?
Well, you said you needed to innovate more quickly.
Oh, so he's a listener.
To do more at scale, trust CDW Amplify Development Services.
Press the analytic data with your hip hop. If you know them like I know them, they gon' tell you if your team, if they wanna law, and who the ball. So listen to Professor, yes sir, and pay attention, cause he gon' teach a lesson.
This is Dr. Cavil inside the HBCU Sports Lab, and I've done many interviews over my lifetime career picking this up, but I must admit this is gonna be one of my proudest interviews. So work through as we get through this to make sure I do it in the manner and style that it should be done.
Ice cold style.
Ice cold, ice cold.
Right, make it sure.
We have the brothers of Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity. Respectfully, we actually have the General President, Dr. Willis Lonzer, the third, and we have the Executive Director, Sean McCaskill, in terms of being in the house. Let's just start it out like this, in terms of what is the importance of you all being here? And we'll start with you.
Well, I think, one of the things that I know that's near and dear to our General President's heart is HBCUs.
Hold it up.
Is HBCUs. I mean, he comes from an HBCU, Delaware State. So even though we represent, the whole spectrum of Alpha Alpha, but HBCUs is really dear to his heart. So this is a great moment for him. I know he came last year, and then to be able to return this year is huge, and then for us and as Alphas, we want to shine the light on HBCUs because we do see the great work that happens, through an HBCU. And I always tell people coming from a PWI, the difference is, people fall in love with the HBCU. Like I can go to a person from a HBCU, and I've done it to the General President, and you could do it to him too if you ask him, well, sing your alma mater. He lights up and on course. Everyone from an HBCU can sing their alma mater.
Sure.
On spot.
Yeah.
But a PWI, we fall in love with the relationships that we develop at the institution. So HBCU, I always love just being in the presence of it and just to be around it because it's something that's totally different.
And yourself, go ahead, sing.
Well, I certainly echo what Brother Sean McCaskill says, but I must say that this Celebration Bowl is the representation of what is probably a pseudo homecoming. It's fostered between two conferences within football and MEAC and SWAC, and lots of love and appreciation on both sides for the element of football and what the HBCU experience provides for football. But there is no doubt that Alpha Phi Alpha has had staunch athletic contributions in the past. One most notable, not only was the archetype and the architect of the civil rights movement, Brother Paul Robeson,
yes, sir,
who was an outstanding athlete in his own right, and also political activist, active player. There wasn't anything this brother could do, couldn't do.
That's right.
He was an amazing man, and we've had others who've come along those ranks in the past as well. Even Brother Rosie Greer just come to mind, and others that I could continue to talk about. Brother Charles Haley, I'm a Dallas Cowboys fan.
There you go.
Don't, for those who can't stand it, get off of it. If you look and move through my old gold and black, you'll see a tinge of blue and silver. That just happened.
I saw that little tint there. Really? He's like, really?
Brother Executive Director is going to be all right. We'll give him a little aspirin for his heart later on. But I must say, though, this is a great gathering, a great time for us to come together. Two great camps. I'm very proud of what Coach Sanders has done for HBCU football in general, and wish him well as he moves on to Colorado. We'll continue to be a fan. I remember when he wore the blue and silver, and I was proud of what he did there.
Oh, yeah.
And continue to be proud of him setting a new tone and bringing respect to HBCU football.
No doubt. Charles, go ahead, follow up, please.
We were talking a little bit off camera. about your pride in the MEAC. What is it that sets that conference apart? Obviously, they've had tremendous success here in the Celebration Bowl, but what sets the MEAC? Yeah, exactly.
Well, you know, the MEAC, much like even the SWAC, it's the characters or the players at the table. You know, you got Howard University, you got Delaware State University, you've got North Carolina Central, you've got South Carolina State, and now, you know, when we look at what that means, and the traditions and the histories and the lore, these young men come out and provide us with a snapshot of what's happening today, the talent that's there today. I think about my old schoolmate, John Taylor, who went on to play for San Francisco 49ers. And I remember when he was drafted in that candy red Apple Porsche that sat in front of our dorm. I was like, JT, this is all right. You know, made it. But even our, he just recently was, his contract was not renewed, but Rod Milstead, the former head coach of Delaware State, is a very good friend of mine. And his leadership and what he provided and their academic standing post his coaching tenure is great, and it's a great sign that the MEAC is still here to play. I know there have been some movement along the lines, but I say that the traditional schools that are there, the history of those institutions, it's great to see it come together, especially when we talk about the SWAC too.
No doubt. Men of Alpha in sports.
My brother.
You mentioned Charles Haley, but I'm going to sit back and I'm a little prideful here. Keep talking about some men of Alpha who have played football, because I always enjoy, you know, you see a lot of other fraternities, they throw up their sign on the field and things of that nature, but we got some Alphas that play a little ball too.
We do. Michael Jackson comes to mind. I mean, I'm thinking of Hardwick, he played for the Bengals. His name just went out of my head. Ken Riley. I mean, I look at even now, Brother Haley comes by. I think it was Brother Al Scott even. I think it may have been who was 68 on the Cowboys, played for us as well. I mean, was an Alpha brother, I believe, as well. And
Donald Driver from Alcorn,
from Alcorn. And I'm thinking Cornell Lake.
Parnell Lake, there's another. UCLA, exactly. I
mean, there are so many. I mean, I know I'm a little bit biased on basketball. You know my height.
Oh, go for it.
I know the brothers who ball for us too, but I just cannot get away from the pride though that I find as I watch these brothers go out on the gridiron, and perform.
No doubt.
You know, I go back to the history of these brothers. I mean, look at Art Shell. You know, and we talk about being the first black coach in the NFL. It was an Alpha brother. Or I gotta say it.
No one's surprised. No one's surprised.
No, but I gotta mention his name, and that's brother Eddie Robinson.
The great Eddie Robinson, exactly.
The great Eddie Robinson, who's a swag of the dak swag.
I am swag.
When I think about Grambling, and I think about, I immediately think about him. And I've met some of their young players while I was at the Bayou Classic. One of their brothers that's on the team now. And it's so rare I have to look up to brothers. I had to look up to that brother. It just does my heart great service to see all the HBCUs repping and the Greeks repping as they do it, but to see an Alpha man out there and on the gridiron and also representing academic excellence as well. I think those things are tremendous, and that's a set apart for us.
This is for both of you all. You talk about the service part of that. Let's talk about why you're here in terms of some of the service that you'll be doing in connection to the 2022 Cricket Wireless Celebration Bowl.
Well, this is a part of the coordination between the Divine Nine in an effort to elevate our service to the broader global community, to be honest with you.
Absolutely.
This bowl is one of the most highly viewed bowls, as I understand it, and we're here to make sure that we're showcasing that fraternity and sorority people are involved in their communities, what we mean, what we represent. I mean, even one of the Council of President's grandson is a Boston Celtic. Grand pole mark, Reuben Shelton, my very good friend. His grandson is none other than, say it, just say it, just say it.
Wow.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You know, and I know it's Tatum, but it's just better when I go to him. I say, I want you to say it.
Yeah.
Because we've talked about it. And Reuben was even a standout player himself at Kansas, as I understand it, back in the day, because he precedes me by just a couple of years. But it's important that folks understand that the fraternities and sororities still have relevance in the community. It's evident based on the recent election of our good brother in Georgia. Senator Raphael Warnock is an alpha man.
Great point.
And one of the things I would say, Wes Moore, the governor-elect of Maryland, is an alpha man.
Yes, indeed.
And if it weren't for us being out there with the Divine Nine, advocating to get out and vote, it's more than just registering, getting out to vote and making sure that we educate people on how civics works. People don't know how government works anymore.
Sure.
So we have a lot of work to do. Our presence means that we're relevant, we're engaged in the community, you know, and we always trying to dress to impress the brothers, you know, the frats do. But in this next 100 years, and we're bringing the iotas along with us as they are tracking towards 100, we've got to not squander our capital on petty things.
Sure.
Right.
We need to put our best feet forward. You know, everybody brings something to the table. They're just people who are just drawn to Alpha Phi Alpha, or to Iota Phi Theta, or to Kappa Alpha Psi, or Omega Psi Phi, or Phi Beta Sigma. I think at the end of the day, we all win.
There you go.
When we can find a way to move together.
No doubt.
Indeed.
Last thing to be part of that, because I know football, people don't realize your attachment to it, and you really train folks at the skill level. So it looks like you can play a little bit still yourself.
Don't get him started. Don't get him started. You're just doing the alley-oop. He can go ahead and say something.
So,
He got no business saying.
talk a little bit about this matchup in terms of what you see and your connection in terms of football at the highest level.
So I'm a 4-year starter at Indiana University of Pennsylvania. Probably one of the, when you start talking Division II football, one of the premier programs in Division II.
Sure.
In 4 years, I lost 7 games. So been to the national championship, competing. So this right here just brings back a lot of memories. And then to look at the MEAC and the SWAC and look at, you know, the talent that's there. See, a lot of times what you'll find at HBCUs is it's just the exposure. You know, there are guys who have NFL talent. They're just not exposed. So people don't get a chance and opportunity to see them.
Great point.
So it's not always the best players that are in the NFL part of that 1%. What happens is those individuals who got the exposure at the right time. So what I love is what Dion has brought to HBCUs and uplifting the programs and giving HBCU a voice on the bigger stage. It's really giving a voice on the bigger stage. Even though he's not going to be able to finish it out in 10, 15 years, which a lot of people expected him to do, he did enough to really elevate HBCU football on the stage. Now you can't turn away from it.
Right.
And with these NIL
Once
deals,
you see it,
now
that's right.
Kind of levels the playing field a little bit more with HBCU. So
That's right.
you're going to start to see more and more athletes start to look at HBCU as an option beyond Leon's tenure at Jackson State. You know, you just got to get the right people at the head that believe in it. Because a lot of times what people fail to realize is that you show me a school that has a great football program, the numbers and enrollment will be up. So you can build an institution around sports. You know what I mean? I'm just being honest. Academics is very important.
Yes.
But you can build an institution around sports.
Revenue driver.
It's a revenue driver. You know what I mean? Because, again, they already had the stadium. So now you just got to put the right product out there. And, you know, Dion has shown that it can be done. So I'm looking forward to a great game. And I know there's going to be some NFL-type talent that's out there that people just don't get an opportunity to watch and see. You know, because it's always going to be, okay, could he do that at this level? Sometimes as an evaluator of talent, you just got to know what you know. You just got to know what you know. Because sometimes the measurables is just not.
Very true.
So you just got to know what you know and know that you know.
There you go.
What I mean? And the other push too is to start to see more when we start talking about the Divine Nine and the Council of Presidents, what you're going to start to see now is more collective participation from the Council of Presidents. One of the things, I have the honor of sitting on their Council of Presidents Zoom meetings, and you can feel the genuineness of the Council of Presidents, that they like each other's company. So when that happens, that means, guess what? The Divine Nine comes together
stronger,
which makes us all strong.
That's right.
You know what I mean? This is our uniform. This is our uniform of what we do. But again, when we come together like that, we become more strong.
Last thing I want to ask you as you get in there is clearly, you know, whatever that we didn't ask you, go ahead and put that on the table.
I just want to put out there Fritz Pollard.
Fritz Pollard.
Yeah.
There we go. He gives us his story.
It's a Midwest thing. I mean, I was made in the East, mind you, but I was vice president of the Midwestern region.
There you go.
And I've learned over the years, because I spent most of my alpha activity in the Midwestern region.
Right.
Fritz Pollard was the first African American coach, but he was a breakout player back in the day.
Yes, he was.
Not want us to play. And I mean, when we talk about athleticism, we have other athletes. We got Rob Metcalf. I mean,
oh yeah.
We got some.
Yeah, we got across the board.
You know, we do everything.
No doubt.
They do it well.
Alphas, you know, actors, man, Omari Hardwick, you know, all of that. And the brother, his name went right out of my head. He played Morpheus in the last Matrix. You know, and he played Manta. I didn't know he was an Alpha brother. But he was convincing when in Aquaman. I was like, hey, you know. So
there goes the Alpha Man. That's a superhero too.
Donald Trump up here trying to put on a uniform. That's our game. You know, all of the Divine Nine, really. But I'll just say this, that we are committed. Not only Alpha Phi Alpha, but even the Council of Presidents and the Divine Nine, to continuing to be that catalyst for leadership, for movement, for progressive thinking in the black community, but in the world.
No doubt.
We have moved it to the global stage. I'm so proud of many of our brothers who are leading, but all across the Divine Nine. The fact that there's an AKA who's the president of the Ravens.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not mad.
Not at all.
No,
I'm not mad.
That's right.
I'd love to see it happen. Even our own chairwoman, Sister Rashida Liberty, is delving into the NFL agent space as well. So you know, give her some credit for being cutting edge. So it's been an honor, brothers, to
all out.
Very much
appreciate that. Delta Phi representative.
Yes, yes, indeed.
Yeah, Hater Gamma, pray if y'all put that out there.
Hater Gamma's got an impressive record, man. You all do a great job with making engineers.
I don't put that out. I'm not being to go home.
I'm proud of all of the brothers from Hater Gamma and Delta Phi. I'm very proud to be the general president of Alpha.
And active in Alpha Eta Lambda, so.
That's right. We're not only the sitting regional vice president is, but our pastor and president, Harry Johnson.
There you go.
Yeah. A couple of other past regional vice presidents as well. You Alpha celebrity over there, aren't you?
I'm trying to keep it. But I really, like I said, it was going to be hard for me to get through, but I think we did a decent job there when the black and old gold come together with such leadership. And we're in good shape with both of y'all at the top of the helm. And that's Brother General President Dr. Willis L. Lonzer III and Brother Executive Director Brother Sean McCaskill. Getting it done for us. Continue the great work. So proud and hold up the light high.
Always
appreciate you.
Always appreciate you, brother.
Thank you very much.
This is Dr. Cavil inside the HBCU Sports Lab. We'll go to our last break and we'll bring in our next team that will take it over from us and get into some